Look at this tank. It's a joke, right? Rainbow gravel, clown puke, unicorn vomit. It's a noob substrate, right? But look at the pearlweed. It's thriving, it's spreading, and it's wall to wall. I just had to trim it today because it grew all the way to the top of the aquarium. Now, here's the secret the industry doesn't want you to know. There's not a single root tab in this tank. No expensive soils, no layered deep substrates, and no specialized volcanic clay. Today, we're going to be exposing the biggest grift in the aquarium hobby. I'm not just a guy with a tank here. I've spent years doing this, growing plants without any additives, just using aquarium waste as my fertilizer. And I've even tested aquarium waste in a soil and wastewater analysis lab. I've taken the very waste that we're told to fear and I put it under the microscope. I have the data to prove that you're being scammed into buying dirt and special substrates that you don't need. In the hobby, we're taught that detritus or fish poop is a toxin, excess nitrates. But in the lab, we call it organic fertilizer. I ran a professional analysis on aquarium detritus and the results are conclusive. Look at the nitrogen, 2.57%. Look at the phosphorus and the iron. Lab fact, the nitrogen content in dried aquarium mulm translates to roughly 52 pounds per ton of as-is spreadable material. That's higher in nutrient density than many commercial organic farm fertilizers. Your fish are literally producing the world's most perfect slow-release aquatic fertilizer. Every time a brand or guru tells you that you need a root tab or layered substrate, they're asking you to pay for something your fish are already providing for free. The grift is convincing you that nature is broken so that they can sell you the fix. To understand why root tabs are unnecessary, we have to talk about how land plants actually eat. Land plants live in a harsh environment. Most of the time, their soil's dry. To get nutrients, they have to use active transport. They spend metabolic energy to hunt and pump ions into their roots. It's an expensive, exhausting process. But when it rains, everything changes. The water dissolves the nutrients, creating a high concentration soup. At that moment, the plant switches to passive transport or diffusion. It absorbs food for free with zero energy cost. In aquarium, our plants are living in a permanent state of rain. An aquatic plant is effectively one big root. Every cell in the leaf, the stem, and the root is capable of uptaking nutrients directly from the water via passive transport. They don't need to feed from the substrate because they're swimming in their food 24 hours a day. So why does everyone say you need a special substrate? That's easy. It's called astroturfing. If the hobby admitted that you could grow a professional grade aquascape in a cheap gravel with an understocked tank, the industry for special soils and substrates and recharge tabs, root tabs, and fertilizers would collapse overnight. They point to the roots and say, heavy root feeder needs root tabs. It must be hungry. No, these roots are primarily for anchorage. This baby Amazon sword is a great example of a plant that hobbyists can't see or hear about without echoing that sentiment. The roots on an Amazon sword are relative to the size of the plant. You see, these roots are primarily for anchorage. They're for holding the plant down so that the current doesn't sweep it away and it floats to the top. In the aquarium, the substrate isn't a pantry, It's an anchor. This pearlweed doesn't care that it's in rainbow gravel because the pantry is the entire water column. You don't need a special soil or substrate to have a beautiful aquarium. You don't need to stick chemical tabs into your gravel every 3 months. You just need a biological balance. Let your aquarium waste settle. Let your fish do the work. Stop falling for the grift and start looking at the chemistry. If you want to see the full lab breakdown, check out the channel where I've got that and more rare breeding projects like longfin celestial pearl danio and colorful amano shrimp. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.